Hey, what's up, people? This is for Skyrim, aka Ace from ConsoleControllers.com. The reason why I'm telling you guys, about my website, which is ConsoleControllers.com, is because, for one, I haven't told you guys that in the video. I don't think I remember telling you guys about my website and that I am a journalist in the video game industry. Also, we have our own website and stuff like that. But I also wanted to tell you guys about the website because occasionally I'll post an article on my website about Skyrim or something else. So I would really appreciate if you guys check it out. And of course, in future videos, I'm going to be saying it every time I start the video, so you guys could get more you know at home with it and know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, in this video, I want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I wanted to say is the last two videos that I made. It was called Skyrim channel slash. I'm sorry, Skyrim slash channel update. All right, I kind of forgot what it was. Skyrim slash channel update. Okay, so now I'm pretty much changing the name of those. I changed the name of those videos, and I'm changing the name for these types of videos from now on. These videos are going to be called the Skyrim Session. This is pretty much a new series. I say, I got a lot of positive feedback from the last two, so I'm going to continue it. And pretty much whatever new information on Skyrim comes out, whatever, anything that I feel like is makes sense to say or inform you guys on, then I'll go ahead and do it. And even after Skyrim is out, I'll make a Skyrim session about what I feel about the game, some things that needs to be added, a few mods that you should check out, this and that, a whole bunch of different details and interesting stuff about Skyrim. So I want you guys to feel at home as far as these videos and stuff. And I wanted to also ask you guys real quick. Some people in my last video, they were saying, oh, they love the idea of the slideshow, but they feel like the slideshow goes by too quick. Now, right now, I'm using Windows Media Player for the slideshow. So if any of you guys can recommend a software that I can tweak the amount of time that you see the slides for, then I really appreciate that, because I love that picture right there. Because right now, the slides, in Windows Media Player, I cannot modify it, like the amount of time. I just put it in, play it, and then that's it. So I want you guys to let me know if you can, about the situation, and so we can, get some good stuff on here that you guys can really look at and enjoy. So, anyways, one of my subscribers or viewers, I'm not sure if he subscribed to me, but his name is Bigley87. He left a comment on my channel saying that he feels like I I talk about graphics too much, and like I'm really like pretty much a graphics whore. That's what he thinks I am. He said I focus too much on graphics, but I need to go ahead and talk about the gameplay of the game. What actually is going to be happening in Skyrim when you're playing the game. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Let me go back right quick. Pause. You see this? These are wolves. For some reason, I just looked over there right quick and I seen that. I know it's nothing big, but I just wanted to point that out. I love that scenery though. That scenery is hot. So, anyways, okay. So some of the main things, of course, Skyrim is, the typical game with the swords and axes and shields. But this time around, a lot of people probably already know by now, but I'm still going to say it. You can dual wield weapons, and you can also dual wield spells. But my take on it is that when I played Oblivion recently, because the first time I played Oblivion, I didn't know what I was doing. That was back in, I think, '06 or 0, no, that was '06. '06 when Oblivion came out. I played it, I pretty much didn't know what I was doing. I was going through the game, didn't know how to role play, didn't know about the different classes. I was just playing the game, fast traveling everywhere. It was pretty much what you guys, if you guys looked at that playthrough, you'll probably be like, this is the worst playthrough ever. Because like I mean, I became a vampire. I blindly became a vampire. I was stuck in a position where I was kept getting sunburned during the day. Like it wasn't cool. So what I'm saying is, basically, when I started playing the game, like probably a couple of months ago, I started playing the game back again because the whole buzz again about Skyrim. Oh, Skyrim's just coming out. This is gonna be crazy, whatever. So I say, you know what? Let me pick up my Oblivion again and reacquaint myself and try. Because to be honest with you, I didn't even remember any of the quests. I didn't even remember Oblivion at all. Like I was like, Oblivion, like what? What exactly did I do in Oblivion? What was even the quest like? You know what I'm saying? I just kept, my mind just went blank when I thought about it. So I picked up the game. I started playing. I said, you know what? I'm gonna play the game right. I did my little research on how the leveling works. So I pretty much knew about the level and everything, the minor skills and major skills and all of that. So I became a mage and a pure mage. This is my first time ever doing this. And I don't know if you guys heard of Gix G17, I think something like that. But that guy, I seen one of his Let's Plays before, and then I think he's also playing a pure mage. And the way he was playing it was it was intriguing because you can actually, if you play as a pure mage, basically when you, like let's say you want to pick a lock. Well, since he was a pure mage, he was saying that his character doesn't pick locks. He said he's not touching it if he can't use magic to get into the lock. So I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Like, you're a mage, so why would you mess around with lock picks? Like, if you're actually that person, if you're role playing. And I didn't even know what role playing was. I kind of learned as I went with that. So my point is, translating to Skyrim, when you are playing Skyrim, you can take this to the next level. Like I played as a frost mage in Oblivion, and I may do that again for one of my characters. But all I used, the only destruction spells was frost, and then I would use conjuration and all these other stuff. But the only destruction spells was frost or whatever. So in this new Skyrim, in the gameplay, they showed a little gameplay of it's pretty much the newest gameplay that's been released by Bethesda. And in that gameplay, they showed the character freezing. I believe it was a wood elf or it was an Imperial or something, but he was on his way to Riverwood and he was freezing him. So it was a couple of things I saw about it. I was like, for one, when he started freezing the guy was running at him, but he slowed down. Like when he started running to him. So you can actually like slow people down when you're freezing somebody. And I like that. Also, when you see the two fire spells that this Argonian is holding, you can do that too. You can do it with fire spells to create like a flamethrower that's like crazy. It is insane. Like, cause if you hold on, I believe if you hold on the left trigger, you can do a flamethrower. And then if you have both of the same spell in the same hand, you do a more powerful version. But I mean, it's ridiculous. I seen some leaked footage the other day. This character just casting fire, and not only did he had the powerful two-handed fire spell and it looked crazy, but at the same time he casted it on the trees and the trees started burning, the ground started burning and stuff like that. And I also read an article recently that if you let's say you wanted to do fire and electricity, well, I heard that the blast of the electricity and the fire, if you hold down on it, is so intense and crazy that Basically, it looks like one like beam, one beam of power joined together with fire and lightning. It's kind of like you're combining the spells, but you're really not. But it looks like it because the intensity is so big. So I love that. I love that, and I feel like the game needs more of that. So um, also from going from the combat side, well, let me just break down some stuff from the combat before I'm done with it. Okay, so we're talking about you can dual wield the shit. I'm about to say shields and be a confused turtle, you know. But I don't want to be no confused turtle or nothing like that. But basically, two spells, a spell and a weapon, two weapons, dual wielding weapons, short weapons, or a two-handed weapon. That's pretty much the Skyrim. That's the gameplay. So, having that said, I really think that the game will excel versus Oblivion because from what I've seen, the end, like if you hit something and like you hit it hard, like let's say they had a scene in the gameplay trailer when he hit the wolf. Like the wolf, eventually like it got hit and it fell back a little, it stumbled back a little bit, and it took a little second or two to recover from it. Like it was just standing there like it was hurt, and then it recovered, and then it came back and tried to kill Dovahkiin. So stuff like that. You didn't really see that in Oblivion. Oblivion was pretty much slash 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 slash. I mean, it was to the point that you almost didn't even feel like you was cutting somebody, like because you didn't see no impact. Like I mean, there was some impact, but it's not as much as Skyrim. So that's that. I've also heard that they have the shields. With the shields now, you can bash people with the shields, as you seen when you bashed they bashed the mammoth in the trailer. He didn't want to hurt it, so he just bashed it with the shield to make it aggressive. So I heard stories of just reading from different articles of people playing at PAX and all these other different events that one person he had the shield and he actually used the shield to like push people off cliffs. So the first time he figured out that he could do that, he continued to do it. So he said he kept pushing the people off the cliffs with the shield, like just bashing them, and then just seeing them fall down, not the cliff, I'm sorry, the mountain. So just imagine like you bashing somebody off the mountainside and just watching their body fly all the way down to the bottom. Like it's crazy. So that's cool. I like that. So, at the end of the day, as far as the combat, I feel like it's going to be very very improved as far as the way it feels. So that's a good thing. Now, there's a couple of other things I want to talk about with gameplay. Um, Pretty much, I want to say that in Skyrim, there's a lot of things that you can do, but one of the things that I'm looking forward to is crafting, because now I believe that you can craft your own armor and weapons and stuff like that. But the thing about the armor, I have seen in a picture. I don't think I have the picture. I need to find that picture. But it was a picture, an old picture that came out in the magazine where people thought the guy he was a werewolf because he had yellow eyes. Well, if you look at that picture, the armor is that he's like the overall armor that he's wearing is basically the same Dovahkiin armor that we have seen plenty of times. But the difference with his armor was that he had uh what is it called, a skull on his shoulder. Okay. Now I don't know what creature that skull came from, but you can see the horns coming from the skull, and it was just basically a part of his armor on the shoulder. Now, having that said, I love that because um I've seen my cousin played The Witcher 2, and they had something called trophies. So like when you kill something, kill like a boss or enemy or something like that, you can like cut off the ear or cut off the toe and then or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cut off a piece of it and put it on your armor, so you just like walk around with it, basically showing people that you killed this beast. You know what I'm saying? So it was something that you had that represented that. So I think Skyrim has implemented that, and I think Skyrim is going to have a lot of that because, and this is stuff that we don't even know about. That's the thing about it. We don't even know about it yet. But like I said, just seeing that picture, that gave me an idea of what can happen. You know, you can probably cut off, I don't know, maybe a mammoth tusk or cut off a troll's claw or something like that. So I don't know. It's kind of it sounds crazy right now, but you know what I'm saying, like do something, take something from an animal and put it on your armor to make it look like good, like better. So kind of like, you know, I just use this as an example. I mean, this is not what it's going to be, but I just use this as an example. You see how the troll is, how he has the skull, he has it wrapped around. He has the bones, and he has the, you know, the skull of whatever creature that is. I think that creature in particular is either, let me see. I think this is a troll skull. You see one, two, and I think that's the third eye up there. And this whole skull looks similar to the one we seen in that collector's edition art book. So you see how he has like different stuff on his armor, supposedly armor. I mean, it doesn't even, to me, it's not armor because it looks like it's just straw from a haystack or something. But anyways, yeah. So that's basically the general idea of what I'm telling you about. So you can really customize and put stuff on your armor. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking is happening, and that you can do. So I love that. Um, and I guess since you know that picture reminded me, I could also talk about the different perk trees and stuff like that. Now, having that said, I'm not going to talk specifically about it. I know a lot of people been telling me, "Oh, the new perk on tree skills or was announced and stuff like that," and I want you to do it in your video. Now, what I will say is, I personally don't want to spoil you the whole game, so I'm not going to tell you specifically what's in the perk tree. Maybe I put a link. I'm not gonna look at it myself, but I know there's a couple of articles out there that has it, so I put a link to an article just in case you're curious about it. But you know, what I will say is some of the perks that's already been announced, such as I think it's one called Deeper Cuts or something like that, where you can have your opponent bleeding. There's another one where you have like you can have a shield when I'm sorry, when you have the shield in your hand, you can use it to like plow through a group of enemies and something like that, and just knock them over on the ground, and then you could just like cut them up with your sword and stuff like that. It's crazy. But those are just like a few, like a very few. Of course, decapitations was just announced as a perk, So that's some stuff that was pretty much interesting, but I don't want to know too much because I do want to get surprised. Also, there was what is the thing called? Um, the racial abilities. Now, the orc, I believe, has the berserker again. The Khajiit has the night eye and something called like it's a claw. It's a special move that the Khajiit uses his claw to attack the enemy, like a swipe, pretty much a swipe. And I think that's cool because I'm really hoping that werewolves is in the game. So if it is, they can use that claw. I mean, they could use something similar as a special ability, just for being a werewolf. So I think that's cool. Also, I think I don't know if I said night eye for the Khajiit. Um, the Dumber has like something called Ancestors Wrath or something like that. What I read was that you can just surround yourself with flames, And when you do that, you pretty much like destroy your enemies that's in front of you or around you. It's like a pretty much an area spell. Matter of fact, I think we saw that in the trailer. If you look closely, it's a certain part in the trailer um for the official trailer for Skyrim. It's a certain part in there that showed a character like lift up in the air for a little bit and then just use like a big spell that just like, oh no, I'm going crazy. It's the one where he hit the ground. He hit the ground and then it was like a big area spell with fire or something like that. So I really think that might be a really good. That might be it, or that might not be it, but it may be similar to that. But I think that's a really good racial ability. And having that said, I'm going to actually talk about my character builds. I didn't want to do it until the time comes, but I'll just do it anyway. Um, but hold on one second. Let me go ahead and finish off the racial abilities. For the red guards, they got something called Adrenaline Rush, which is I guess is self-explanatory. You get like a boost in and everything, speed, strength, all of that. Wood Elf has resist poison, resist disease, and command animals. Now, command animals is cool because depending on what animals you commanding, that'd be the shit. Like, what if you can command uh, uh, a mammoth or something like that, and just like use it to like run over like everybody, just like plow through everybody, and then just kill them all with the tusk. Or maybe you can command a pack of wolves, so you can have a whole bunch of wolves follow you. Or I think I heard, but this is a dragon shout now that you can call a dragon or something like that. So at the end of the day, I like that just because at the end of the day, since you're a wood elf, you're in the woods. I mean, you're pretty much always in the woods, so you get to know the animals and stuff like that. So it makes sense from a fantasy standpoint. Then also Nord has Battle Cry. I'm not too sure about what that is, but I'm assuming that when you do the Battle Cry, you make your enemies like scared of you, and they flee or they're scared for a certain amount of time or something like that. Then we have the Imperial is called Voice of the Emperor, which is basically you find more coins when looting. Now I think that's the worst. Like I don't know who would want to play. Please put in the comments. Whoever's playing as Imperial, please put in the comment section that you're playing the Imperial and why you're playing the Imperial. Because to be honest with you, Imperials are pretty much that like I don't know, like they're not the race. They're not that race. Like I would say, I don't even like the Bretons that much, and I would say that even the Bretons is a little bit better than the Imperials. Imperials is probably like at the bottom of the list in Skyrim. Come on, man, find more coins when you're looting, really? When you can actually just loot items and sell it? I don't know, man. But anyways, a high elf, you basically regenerate magica more quickly. Um, and also the Breton has something called Dragon Skin, where you absorb spells and resist shock. Now that's really good because if you absorb spells, I'm hoping that you can absorb every spell. Oh, hold on. Let me pause this right quick. See, this is the skull I was telling you about that was on that troll earlier. That's the one I was telling you guys about. But anyways, if you can absorb spell, that means you're immune to spells and magic. So that's good, hopefully. And the Argonians have something called His Skin, which regenerate health quickly, and you resist disease, and you can breathe underwater. So Argonians probably is one of the top ones for me as far as the racial abilities. So yeah, that's that. So now I wanted to talk about. All right, guys. So in part 4, I kind of figured that I'm going to go ahead and talk about the my characters, my builds. I have so far I have the names of my characters, my playthroughs, the races, disposition, are they good or bad? What build, like, are they going to be a mage? Are they going to be battle mage? Stuff like that. So that's all going to be in my next video, so you guys can start to get an idea of what I'm going to do. Now, as far as my playthrough, what I will say is, and I might say it again in the next video, is that I don't think I'm going to be doing the Let's Play as soon as Skyrim comes out. Because I mean, come on guys, it's Skyrim. Like, the Let's Play is pretty much going to like slow me down as far as playing Skyrim, because I have to record, I have to put, edit the video, upload it to YouTube. That takes time, stuff like that. So I think I'm going to do one playthrough and then I'm going to do a Let's Play. So you guys let me know what you think about that. And I'll see you all in part 4 of the Skyrim session. Let me know what you think about it. And I'll see you later. Peace.